Northport, Florida police need your help in locating Brian Laundrie. Hey folks, Mike from Profiling Evil. Northport Police Department is looking for person of interest Brian Laundrie. If you happen to see this person, would you please reach out to police immediately or call the FBI tip line at 1-800-CALL-FBI. This is in regard to the missing person case of Gabby Petito. Let's take a moment and listen to the interview WFLA reporter B.O.L.O had with the Northport Police Department Public Information Officer last night.
Breaking news on WFLA now. Here is B.O.L.O.
A major turn of events in the search for Gabby Petito, as Gabby Petito's fiance and the person of interest in her disappearance, Brian Laundrie, is missing, according to a report from, of course, our sister station Pix 11 in New York, as confirmed by WFLA.com through the attorney of Brian Laundrie. Joining us here on the phone here, folks, is Northport Police spokesperson Josh Taylor. You've been seeing Josh on many press conferences. It's been a long week, of course, for the Northport Police Department. Josh, first and foremost, let's just get to the latest here. Can you confirm at this time that you do not know where Brian Laundrie is located?
That is it.
And at this stage, Josh, can you paint a picture as to exactly what happened here and when you lost track of where Brian Laundrie was located?
Sure. So the information that we were given is that Brian was in the home there on the street. Brian is not wanted for a crime. We do not track residents. We wouldn't put, any type of device on him or anything like that. He can go to the store. He can go wherever he'd like. We have been trying to contact his family and him for the last 6 days, as this nation has waited for an answer for where Gabby's at. His family attorney contacted us this evening, saying that the family wanted to speak with us for the first time and wanted to tell us that they are concerned that they have not seen Brian. We arrived to immediate circuit out in front of that home, and we are conducting that investigation into the credibility on where Brian is and what his family is telling us. Now, that's what we know. Now, we've been listening to media outlets, and there seems to be some sort of insinuation that we were not truthful about anything in this case. And I don't even have to ask about what it is, because I can tell you that that is not the case. This is not a black eye to the Northport Police Department. The men and women of this police department have been busting their ass to find an answer. Anyone who would say different doesn't know what the hell is going on.
We understand that this is a complicated case, Josh. And again, for those of you just joining us, the comments that we're talking about earlier, and Josh, I just want this to be known here. This is a part of my job here is to explain how people are feeling out there based on some of the comments that are coming through on social media. And tonight there have been some people that have been extremely critical of the Northport Police Department and of the FBI, really of law enforcement here in Florida. I really, first and foremost, I appreciate you joining me here to kind of just explain with where we are. And again, a lot of comments out there that are very, very critical of how everyone in the world has...
You might be surprised that Facebook comments don't really do a whole lot for the facts in just about any situation in life.
But Josh, it's not just the Facebook comments. You had people out here outside of the home screaming at law enforcement all night. So this is not just one of those stories that's just on people pounding keyboards.
But I get it. I know that people are passionate, but I don't know who the hell goes out to a house to scream at a family when we're in the middle of an investigation that could result in the death of a little girl. So I got some questions about them as well. But at the end, the focus in this case is about finding Gabby. I can tell you that we're doing everything that we can. Anybody who knows where she's at, and now anybody who knows where Brian's at. Please give us a call, 1-800-CALL-FBI. That's the focus. Focus isn't on what were we doing for Brian. We'll deal with Brian. We will deal with him. We have to find Gabby.
I want to ask this question on behalf of our WFLA News Channel 8 team here, Josh. Did the family call Northport Police and say that they haven't seen Brian since Tuesday? And if so, what time frame on Tuesday? When is the last time the parents saw Brian based on what we know here tonight?
Well, you're right. And I appreciate that question. I don't know they're going to be breaking that news right here. The detectives have been back, the police department from that location for 45 minutes. We're going to get together. We're going to figure out the details. We'll work every ounce of it. There is no stone left unturned in this case. And we'll have that information. We believe me. We are as transparent of a law enforcement agency that there is on this planet. And as soon as we can get something out that we think will help find answers in this case, there's obviously things that we know about that we're not just running right out to whoever to explain and give some of those details out. We have to hold back some of that information, but we try to get it out as quickly as we can, as accurately as we can, in order to help. The final goal here is to find Abby, and if we need to make somebody pay for what they've done, we'll do that too.
Josh, it was 5 minutes before you called in here. And again, Josh Taylor, everybody with the Northport Police Department joining us here on WFLA Now to address all the folks that are joining us here regarding Brian Laundrie's disappearance. I was saying here that I have high confidence in law enforcement here in Florida. I have high confidence from federal, state, local authorities that you're going to track down Brian, that you're going to do everything at your disposal and use every tool and means necessary that you can to track down Brian Laundrie. But my question is, when you do track down Brian Laundrie, what next? What legally is the next step? Because does anything change if you can track down Brian now? At where we were last, he was a person of interest. You could not arrest him or charge him with any crime. So if later on tonight, if you were able to, with 100% certainty, track down where Brian is tonight, what can you do from that point forward?
If we track Brian home, his parents have reported him missing. If we find Brian this evening and pick him up, we're going to drop him back off at his parents' house. We'll attempt to talk to him about this case. He has the Fifth Amendment right. The Constitution, we don't rewrite it here in Northport. So we'll go through that, and we will make it an opportunity again for him to talk. We'll find, at the end of the day, we're going to find the answers to this case. We're going to find Gabby, and we're going to find whoever hurt her.
Josh, again, I want to just kind of speak to again some of the commentary that is out there, and again, part of my job here, I want to make this clear for all of our audience.
In all due respect, we love our community and we appreciate their input. But right now, unless they have a tip to help us find Gabby, I don't care their opinion on this issue. We are trying to get you have some info or don't. All right. And look, I appreciate you putting me on.
And I just want to let you know again, because this is a story that has grabbed the attention of countless people across the country, that again, it's about giving voice to those people that are clearly frustrated with where we are, and that Brian hasn't given his side of the story, and now we don't even know where Brian is. So I just want to again point this out, that it's my job here to give voice to those who are watching here now. It's what I do here as far as representing them. And I know that your job is, of course, to solve crime and to find Gabby Petito and to bring this to a resolution here. But what do you say for all of the commenters here that want there to be progress here in this case? I understand that this is one of the most complicated cases that I've covered, and I'm sure it's been complicated for your office here. But what do you say to all those people out there that are just wanting Gabby to be found and want there to be a resolution to this story that we can all get behind?
Well, if it's any solace, we have every tool known to man in law enforcement at our disposal. We're working with the FBI, multiple locations, and we'll get answers. It's obviously very complicated. We have a huge potential for possibilities in this case. And we want to make sure we get it right because we need to find Gabby, or if something happened to her, we need to make sure that whoever did it pays for it. So sometimes that slows the process. Not a bunch of cowboys, not going to go up in there and start breaking the Constitution and doing all sorts of things. We have to make sure that all of this holds up in court as well. So I appreciate you putting me on. I've got to run. I've got a billion other news outlets that are trying to reach me. We've given time to you. We really appreciate you. But again, one thing that I just want to leave you with.
Just one question. Yeah, I'm sorry, Josh. Continue. Yeah, there was just one follow-up question that's really important that I just wanted to ask, but please continue.
No, I was just going to say that we are a truthful, honest police department, and that's the bottom line. I'll answer your last question, please.
I understand, and you being on call here with us when we have a lot of commentary, of course, online that is extraordinarily critical. It speaks to the character of your police department, and it means a lot that you're calling in. And I just, again, professionally and personally, I'm just passing that along here to you. My final question here for you: are Brian Laundrie's parents cooperating fully with where you are in this investigation?
I think right now, at the moment, what I'm comfortable with saying is they're cooperating now in the search for their son. So we will do that. He is a resident of Northport, and they are residents of Northport, and we will do our job, and we'll see where that takes us. Thank you.
I think I speak, Josh, for all of us here at WFLA and all of our commenters, wishing you the very best and good luck as you continue making progress here in this investigation. And thanks for joining us.
Thank you for getting the word out. Bye-bye.
All right. Josh Taylor, everybody with Northport Police. We appreciate having Josh on here and calling in here, everybody. So Josh, let's just talk about this. Josh was referencing some of the comments that I made earlier. He brought up the comment of this being, a black eye for the Northport Police Department. Because does anything change if you can track down Brian now? I think that this is one of the most complicated cases.
Sure that whoever did it pays for it. One thing that I just want to leave you.
Primarily critical. It speaks to the character of your police department.
He is a resident of Northport, and they are residents of Northport, and we will do our job, and we'll see where that takes us. Thank you.
If you know something, say something. And please, don't be part of the team of people that are going and harassing this family outside of their home. Police need your help, but only if it's something of value. So think about what you have to report and about your interactions as we look for Brian Laundrie and then hopefully find Gabby Petito. Thanks for your support, and we'll see you soon at Profiling Evil.